We're joined now here by Charleville manager Adam Castle in the aftermath of a big 2-0 victory in the Tuohy Cup. Adam, are you happy with tonight's performance from your side?
Yeah, very, very happy. We played the way we wanted to play. We played from the back, particularly in the first half. We had a lot of control of the game, created a lot of chances, and if we'd have scored some of the goals from the chances, they'd have been collector's items. But second half wasn't quite as fluid, but Coonagh are an extremely difficult side to beat. They've beaten Ashland this year, and we've talked about that result a lot in our own dressing room because we haven't been able to get to that level against a big side. We played fairly well a few weeks ago against Fairview, but tonight's nice to win. Winning is something we haven't done enough of this year, so I'm delighted for the lads.
Two really good quality goals as well, Adam, it's fair to say, from Tuohy O'Connell. He was a real live wire on the night for you as well.
Yeah, look, Donald is a right box of tricks, really, and the strength, he's an immense strength and pace and power, and pleased for him too. He's playing with a bit of an injury. We've minded him. We left him out completely last Saturday against Bala just to make sure he was okay for tonight, and that paid dividends really with scoring both goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that when we've been speaking on the podcast, my co-colleague Aidan Ryan has been maybe talking about the worries he has for you maybe defensively. You've kept a clean sheet tonight. Was that really important for you as well going into the rest of the season?
Yeah, look, I've listened to the podcast and I hear that the comments about defensive, and to be honest, I think we're better defensively than the results have shown for us. Early on in the season, with the GA really affecting the availability, it was difficult for us. We were strong last week defensively against Bala, yet they scored a set piece header and a late goal. Tonight we haven't looked like conceding. So I am happy with us defensively, but to be a success at our level in our bottom half competition that we'll be playing after Christmas, we'll have to keep many clean sheets.
Yeah, absolutely. On top of obviously keeping clean sheet, we mentioned the 2 goals, but in general, obviously outside of maybe a 10-minute period in the second half where Coonagh had a slight purple patch without creating a lot of chances, your team played some really good football, and as you said, there was a couple of possible collector's items, particularly your James Horgan, I think, right full, could have finished off a great move. There was a lot of fluidity in your team, and important to that as well was like Cian McNamara, who's been a huge player for you too.
Yeah, absolutely. What we're seeing now on the pitch is the training. The way we train is the way we played tonight. We don't kick the ball long. Ironically, our first goal came from us switching it up a bit and Joe going a bit longer in midfield up to Donny. But that's what we want to do. We want to mix it up as well. We don't want to be too predictable. So I'm delighted with the way we played, particularly the kind of football we played. I said to the lads at half-time, the first thing I said to him was, I'm enjoying the game. And that's important. We want to win, and we want to win as many matches as we can. But we also want to come and watch a game of football, and that's what we did tonight. You've
come up obviously from Premier A last season. You were runners up in both the Cup and League, but you got up promoted. That was the biggest thing for you. How has life been overall coming back? I know, as you said, you have problems maybe with GA commitments from some of your players. How has it been? Has it been tough, or have you been enjoying it?
No, I haven't enjoyed it a great deal, and that's there's no point me saying I have, because it's nearly an impossible job this half of the season. We start the season so early. The championship is only one game in the hurling. We have a lot of talented hurlers that can play soccer, and they were there tonight, and so it has been difficult. I am starting to enjoy it. The lads are starting to enjoy it. Like we were frustrated against Fairview that we just didn't have that. We were a bit naive against them. We could have caused a bit of a shock on the night. But if I'm going to stand and watch that, more often than not, come the end of the season, I'm going to have a successful season. And if we do finish one place above the relegation, I do think that's a success for us. We are back in playing city sides. We're a countryside, very, very affected by GAA.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know it's a cliche, but do you feel, it's particularly with the pitch you have outside, you can obviously choose maybe the grass pitch and the AstroTurf, but you have been perennially strong at home. That's going to be vital for you in the second half of the season, surely.
It is, because we have one of the best grass pitches in the league. It's a big pitch. The Astro is a phenomenal facility, massive pitch. Sides like to come. I see Bala's eyes lighting up last week when they come down to play on it, and I'm sure they enjoy playing on it. But yeah, our home form is going to be crucial, absolutely.
And I know that the top 6 and bottom 6 has obviously caused a lot of debate over the last couple of seasons. Do you think, as a team coming up from Premier A, does it benefit you to have a top 6 and bottom 6?
Yeah, look, I know Aidan in particular thinks it's not the right thing to do. Someone finishing 7th getting to play, I think it's absolutely the right thing to do for the likes of ourselves. Coonagh in particular, you know, we're down in that bottom half of the table. We've no interest in playing Ashling, Bala a second time, and I don't even think they have an interest in playing us a second time, to be honest with you. I think they want to be, if they're going to challenge for FAIs and Munsters, they need to be competing against the best, and the best is in the top 6. So at the moment, particularly for Charleville, it's certainly the right thing to do. You know, let those lads go away now. They're fantastic teams, all 6 of them, and I wish them all the very best. But you know, we'll have our own competition at the right level.
You may or may not have heard last week, but I backed you to finish top of the bottom 6 section. You won't leave it down, will you?
I heard it, and I said it to the lads in the dressing room after the Bala game, and I said, I don't think he's even seen us kick a ball, but I can imagine why he's suggested.
I played against you enough last year.
Yeah, I said I can imagine why somebody would think, who doesn't see us play that often, we finish 7th, because we do play good football. We have extremely talented young players. And our results haven't really reflected our performances, but I won't let you down. We'll do our very, very best to finish in that 7th place.